Brightest blessings, everyone. I'm doing a response to a gentleman who, let's just say he needs a lot of education. Um, Basically, he's saying that witchcraft is the religion of the New World Order because his church, Christianity, is losing women in droves because they're sick and tired of their position in the church. Well, can you blame them? You know, they are basically nothing more than the scapegoat or the bitch buddy for every man in the Bible that had a problem. In Adam and Eve, it was Eve that listened to the snake, that not only listened to the snake, that was bad enough, but she took poor little Adam and drove him to the evilness of eating from the tree of knowledge. It's women in general the entire time that get blamed for leading the poor simple men astray. Poor things. And it's was a woman that took down Samson. She was a conniving, scheming little bitch. I'm tired of it. And most women are getting tired of it too, and if they are, good for them. God, according to the Bible and your belief, God made man and woman, and they are just as important and just as good and just as evil. Yeah. So quit being a whiny little bitch is what I'm telling the people who wrote the Bible. Yes, witchcraft and Wicca are picking up. And yes, it is being portrayed in shows as positive. And yes, it is attractive to women because it shows there's more of a balance. My husband is not better than me because he has a dick. And yeah, of course that's attractive. Because in general, Mother Nature is a balance. And when it's thrown out of balance, you have chaos. God made this world to be in harmony with itself, for it to be a gentle balance. And the men who wrote the Bible, and I did say men, God did not write the Bible, men did. They wrote it about stories and incidences that happened plenty of time before the Bible was ever written. The Bible was written way after all this stuff supposedly took place. Has been translated into many, many, many different languages. And of course, then there's the regular translation. What's parable, what should be taken word for word, and all that stuff. Now, the shows that you were saying that portray witchcraft and such a wonderful and popular thing are Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now, in that show, there was a character that wasn't even the main character that happened to be a witch. But she did all kinds of stuff that witches in general can't do. Much like Charmed, which you did not mention before, and that was where the main characters were witches. You can't do that stuff. And when you start to sit down and read books about Wicca and about witchcraft, you will learn that very quickly. I can't just go, pop, and you're a frog, or blow something up, or make it move out of the way. No, you can't do that. It's stupid. Okay? I can't shoot flames from my hands. Never have, and most likely I never will. So what other shows you said? Medium and The Ghost Whisperer. Now, again, what does that have to do with witchcraft? In one show, a woman could see the future and could see things psychically. Has nothing to do with Wicca, has nothing to do with paganism, has nothing to do with witchcraft. It is a God-given gift, or a deity-given gift, so to speak. It is a gift that everyone has to some ability for. Some more than others, like sports talents. Everybody can catch a ball, has the ability to catch a ball, especially if you don't have any birth defects. Everyone has the ability to catch a ball. Some can do it right off the bat, some need some practice. Everybody has the ability to throw a ball. Some better than others. Some need some practice, some have a natural ability. Not everyone's going to become an all-star baseball player. Okay? Same thing with, Ghost Whisperer. You're able to hear the dead. Again, another gift that has nothing to do with witchcraft at all, or Wicca, or paganism. Now also, why are you saying that witchcraft is the New World Order religion? Paganism itself is much bigger, and Wicca is not one of the biggest faith-based. In paganism, Wicca is definitely not one of the biggest parts of paganism. So is that something that you decided that you were going to use just because it was the only term that you knew? If so, you need to educate yourself. Look, when push comes to shove, there's so many things in the Bible that are not allowed. I mean, such as when it says that you can't eat shellfish or pork. I mean, way back then, it was almost deadly. It was deadly to do so because they has to be stored at a certain temperature and it has to be cooked at a certain temperature. And back then, back in the times that the Bible was written, that was impossible to do. And so if you ate it, you got extremely sick and most likely died. So of course that makes sense that it's in the Bible saying you cannot eat shellfish or pork. But nowadays we have the modern technology to store it and cook it at proper temperatures. So instead of saying, hey, look, we're not allowed to eat this stuff because these are bottom feeders, these are disgusting, dirty, beneath contempt animals. That makes no sense. If you followed your religion, how dare you say that a creature that your God, your Lord and Savior, made is something that is so disgusting and beyond contempt? You are saying that your Lord and Savior made a mistake making such a dirty, disgusting animal. And that's just not right. It also says that you cannot wear cotton polyester blends because that's mixed fabric. In the Bible, you not only are wrong, but you are doomed to die. You are to be stoned to death. Look, you need to know how society was back then. Of course, people were only taking men as priests and as their advisors because they were the ones that went out and worked. They were the ones that came home and brought home the bacon. Of course they were respected more. So why are you saying that it should remain so today if that's not the case? Women are extraordinary teachers and extraordinary counselors and advisors. So there's no reason why women cannot be priests or bishops or anything like that. Or teach, for that matter. I mean, if that's the way you feel about it, why don't you just say all women teachers should be fired? Yeah, because no one's going to look up to them or respect them. Look, knowledge is not a bad thing, and I'm tired of the Bible preaching that it is. I mean, after all, the original sin was Adam and Eve eating from the tree of knowledge. Maybe you should step out of the box and get some. Blessed be.